everyone. Welcome to the press conference after match Real Madrid Maccabi. Folks, we're going to start with the coach from Maccabi. So first an assessment, and then there will be a set of questions. If you ask a question, please identify yourself and the company that you represent. Thank you.
I want to congratulate Real Madrid for the win. I think in the second half they play much better. For us, we started the game really concentrated, and although defensively we were not as best as we can, with our good offense we were in the game till the finish of the first half. I think in the second half we were not focused, especially the beginning, that we allow in first 3.5 minutes a lot of points from our opponents, and this double-digit lead that they got, they keep it till the end. Last period we try to come back. We bring the difference in, I think, 6-7 points. We had some, in that moment we could be a little more, let's say, more effective defensively and offensively. If we could be more effective defensively and offensively, we could have something better. But, you know, it's not easy when you allow your opponent in an away game to score 91 points to win away. We continue, and of course we need to improve our defense.
Preguntas para el entrenador de Maccabi.
Questions for the coach from Maccabi? Any questions? No questions? Okay, thank you. Now it's Pablo Lasso's turn. I remind you, please, if you ask a question, indicate your name and the company you represent. Pablo, please. Good evening. First, to congratulate the team for the win. I believe that from the break our energy in the match increased and we were able to turn the pace of the match a bit, which for me was being Maccabi's. No matter that we were tied up on the break, there was kind of a feeling that we were missing some energy to get the match, so to speak. Obviously, it's not to be happy. We lost 17 offensive rebounds and we had 12 losses. I think those are two numbers that are quite against our game. But it's a bit of what I was saying, that we were able to do all the things properly. We hold Brian and Wilbeklin quite well, but on the second half, with the exit of two guards, Sergi with Rueda, allow us to get an advantage that we managed to keep until the end. I'm happy because of the win, probably not our best day. We knew we came from an intense weekend in Istanbul and Vitoria, and we were afraid of this match because we knew Maccabi had changed and they were playing a lot more solid. They just won Milan, and I'm happy because I got another win in the Euroleague. Questions for Pablo? Hello, Pablo. Nicodio for Real Madrid Television. I would like to ask about Rueda's match for you to assess the importance, especially in the third and fourth quarters, and Jones, who got 31 of ranking after being the most valuable player both in Istanbul and Canvas. I think first and second half on Rueda's was quite good in general, not just on the offensive side, but game breeding. Probably he was the one providing that feeling of offensive play. He threw on the proper time, he provided good assist, he rebound, he touched the ball. So Rudy's second half was in general quite good, and Gustavo's match was quite solid. Quick Eddie's falls allowed him to get quick on the march, and we got a situation that we knew that Tallis could hurt us. I think his general defense and how he played offensively, his percentages, the way he passed, the feeling of being able to touch inside and have the advantage all the time, I believe that both of them were quite important for the win. Hello, Pablo. Carlos Sanchez for Onda Madrid. Is there a lot of the Euroleague but less than half on the first stage? 13 of 17, what does it say? Because the level in Europe, I think it's a number that it's going to let you more or less happy. Yeah, if you look at the classification, we are happy because when we start with the competition, the first thing you think about is you look at the opponent and you see that it's going to be difficult and you have to be amongst the first 8. And if you manage to get that goal, to try and get one of the first 4 positions, I believe 13-3 allow us to be optimistic. I think the team is working properly. We got 3 matches, we got away and we were close to win. But we know how difficult each match of the Euroleague is, and right now we face the second leg knowing that it's a good situation and goals are ahead of us. I believe that to be between the first 8, we have to talk about 17 wins, and to be a bit among the 4 first 20 or 21 wins. Javier Rodriguez playing SB. I would like to ask 3 questions. Ferdinand covered. Yesterday he said that he trained. If it was because he was more or less for the Sunday. I would like for you to tell us about how prevalent Decky and Tompkins are, because sometimes it was different if it was 3 or 4 in the second quarter. And finally, I would also like to ask about the 2 guards. If you see Yule scored more on a shooting guard position, is that for him to be freer? Regarding JC, the first one surprise was me because he trained amazingly yesterday. He had a bit of an injury in part of the gluteus. We believe it was nothing more than that. That's why he didn't play it in Vitoria, and he felt good. But he had something else, so he's going to be stopped for a few days, knowing that it's something from the muscles. But the first one being surprised was me, because he had a wonderful training. I didn't deceive you yesterday in the press conference. He trained quite well, but when they look at him after the training session, we saw something that we had to be cautious about it. So he's going to be stopped probably for a few days. Regarding Gabi and the Trey, it's true that both of them complement quite well. They open the field, they can play they can post, and as you were saying, that's something that we take advantage of in a given moment when you have a squad with players like this one. And I would say the same about Facu and Sergi. We were a bit stuck on the offense. It was kind of difficult to play. There were 2 or 3 good moves on the first half, but we were not constant. And with the third and fourth quarter at the beginning, we could move the ball better. And we had some pick and roll. We found some open shots, and of course that's an opportunity we value, and they can do that. They play as a guard and a shooting guard, and he can do that from the physical point of view. As a matter of fact, I think that he was the one setting the defensive pace, stopping ball, who provided a lot of problems. Jorge Martinez for the Aros Peter Paulo. Congratulations on your win. I'd like to ask about the inside game from the team, on the most scoring ones and the most value ones. What's the key for players of such a high level to know that they rotate so much and they have a good streak? And if you think that Real Madrid has the best any team in Europe, thank you. I believe within the team's play, there has to be a bit of everything. You cannot just be on the offensive part of the inside game or pick and roll or outside game. You have to combine that. You have to read the match. And I think Pio's rotations for me allows that, because I can play they can play open. Some of them play better in a different position. They have good for assist, and they know that they're going to be a moment, that they're going to be useful in a given moment. And the best team in Europe, I can tell, because if we compare with Fenerbahce has great centers. CSKA has good centers. So to talk about the best in a game is very difficult, but I'm very happy with mine. Congratulations on the win, Javier Fernandez for the third equipo. I would like to know 2 things. First, how do you assess Facu's match, and if you know that playing matches at this level is good for the players to forget about Facu specifically, to forget about all the problems that he's been participating this week. Thank you. I believe Facu's match was good. That said, on the position he plays, probably because as a coach and very demanding in that position, I believe that he had better days, but he was able to be solid, to provide some defense, and I think it was a good match, not amazing. And regarding the problems you're talking about in Vitoria, he was amazing. That's my opinion. Anything else? Okay, we're done. Thank you.